boys and girls. How are you today? I'm fine. Today we have Duck on a Tractor by David Shannon. Duck on a Tractor. Down on the farm, Duck sometimes got wild ideas. One day he decided he could ride a bike, so he did. Then he spotted the tractor. Oh no, what do you think he's going to do? I bet I can drive a tractor, he said. The other animals weren't so sure, but they all said, well, if he can ride a bike, maybe he can drive a tractor too. What do you think? Is that safe? No. Duck climbed on the tractor and looked around. He pushed some pedals and wiggled a metal stick, but nothing happened. Then a shiny little piece of metal by the steering wheel caught his eye. He pulled it from here and pulled it out. He pushed it in, then he turned it. All of a sudden, the tractor shook and coughed and rumbled. It began to move. At first, it moved very slowly. It jerked a lot, but it was fun. Duck drove around the barnyard until he got the hang of it. Then he stopped in front of the other animals. Climb on, everybody, shouted Duck. Dog was first. He jumped right up next to Duck. Wolf, said Dog, but what he thought was, we're going for a ride. To everyone's surprise, Cow clambered on. Moo, said Cow, but that was what she thought. This is the silliest thing I've ever done. Pig took a seat in the back. Oink, said Pig and Pig, but what they thought was, this sure beats walking. Everyone's getting on. Then Chicken, Mouse, and Goat squawk, said Chicken, but what she thought was one on... So sorry, I made a mistake. I'm going to go back and fix that. Last one on is a rotten egg. Squeak, said Mouse, but what she thought was, I can see everything from up here. Ma, said the Goat, but what he thought was, I'm hungry. Does the garbage dump have a drive-through window? Next up were Horse and Cat. Jumped up gracefully onto the tractor. Horse, not so much. Meow, said Cat. But what she thought was, I was going to take a nap, but this should be very interesting. Nay, said Horse, but what he thought was, I think I'd rather walk. The only one left on the ground was Sheep. Bah, said Sheep, but what she thought, this is too dangerous. Get on, Sheep, everyone shouted, but Sheep wouldn't budge, so Duck started driving away without her. Wait, cried Sheep, don't leave me here alone. She ran after the tractor and took a flying leap onto it. Quack, yelled Duck, but what he thought was, whoa, wahoo. Duck steered the tractor down the lane and out onto the main road, and before long they were driving right through the middle of town. It was lunchtime, so most people were in the diner. They all looked up, and Duck and the other animals passed by the big window. That would be a silly thing to see, wouldn't it? A little boy named Edison was having lunch with his grandma. Did you ever, Grandma? Gasped. But what she thought was a duck on a tractor? That's impossible. That's totally awesome, Edison shouted. But what he thought was, no one's gonna believe this. Marcine, The waitress looked up from her pad and noticed Cat. Heavens to Betsy! She exclaimed what she thought was, I like cats. Deputy Bob blabbered, if that don't beat all. But what he thought was, how am I gonna explain this to the sheriff? There they are, all in the diner. A man named Otis chimed in. I might be seeing things, but what he thought was, oh no, not again. Holy cow, hollered Manny the cook, but what he thought was, holy cow. Manny usually said exactly what he thought. The mayor almost choked on his pie. Good gravy, he sputtered, but what he thought was, those pigs are even fatter than I am. Corky just whistled, but what he thought was, that duck is smarter than he looks. Gwen came out of the restroom. Would you look at that, she exclaimed, but what she thought was, I can't see a thing without my glasses. Farmer Odell observed what he thought. That's a dang nice tractor. But what he thought was, hey, that's my tractor. Oh no. Think the duck's gonna get in trouble? He decided he'd better go after it and ran out the door. Everyone else ran out too and chased him. By this time, Duck turned onto the next street. The tractor shuddered to a stop. Duck tried turning the shiny little piece of metal again. Nothing happened. I don't know much about spelling, said Dog, but I think that E means it's the end of our ride. Sheep cleared her throat. You know, she said, I think we might get in trouble for this. Let's get out of here, yelled Duck, just as Farmer Odell and everyone from the diner came around the corner. Think they're gonna get in trouble? Here they all are. Everyone burst out laughing. Nay, they all said. It couldn't have happened. It couldn't have been. It was an optical illusion, exclaimed Otis. Farmer Odell said he must have left his tractor running by accident. I guess that explains it, Deputy Bob agreed. Then they all went back to the diner to finish their lunch. They don't think they really saw that. And no one ever admitted that on that day they had seen a cow, a goat, a cat, a dog, a sheep, a chicken, a horse, 2 pigs, a mouse, and a duck on a tractor. Did they really see it? The end. I hope you enjoyed that book. What was your favorite animal on it? Tell somebody that's with you. Have a nice day.